Alright, honest talk here. I have TSP, also known as tofu skin problems. I do not have the perfect tofu skin that you see before you. All of that is simple special editing effects on Animate.cc. So I'm sorry I have kept this from you all the 2 years that I've been on YouTube. But at least I didn't do plastic surgery. How many of you have skin problems? I can't really see through the screen, but I'm kind of curious how many people watching this will relate to what I talk about in this video. Like, I used to get pretty upset when people would tell me, if you want to be happy in your life, then you need to get comfortable in your own skin. Because usually they don't have skin problems themselves, so it's like, shut up, Mr. Perfect Skin Dude. Like, have you ever seen those beauty skin commercials where there would be like a model talking about some dramatic improvement that happened in their life? But then you see the before image and they had like one little dot on their cheek. That dot's probably Photoshop. It's like, come on guys, if you want to sell me something, then use a person that actually has problems. Like me. When I hear skin problems, the most common things that come up are eczema, dandruff, and acne. And I can uncomfortably say that I have lived with all three of them for a majority of my life. In fact, I'm still dealing with them now. So I kind of want to dedicate this video to talk about my experiences. My laughs, my cries, mostly cries, and some solutions. But first, I kind of want to say this up front that by me talking about my experiences, I am by no means saying that my problems are worse than others. Believe me, I know that there are many people who have it worse. I watched Dr. Pimple Popper. So yes, I kind of just want to disclaim that since I know people can get very judgmental and sensitive about this type of stuff. It's like, now you listen here, Sonny, that's nothing compared to what I had to deal with, blah, 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 blah. I am simply opening up about my experience in hopes that if someone relates, then they know that they are not alone, that we can all suffer together. Alright, so with that out of the way, the first I want to talk about is eczema. For those that don't know, it is basically a condition in which your skin gets dry and irritated very easily, resulting in rashes. And when I say dries and irritates easily, I mean very, very easily. For example, it is very common that I will moisturize my hands and not like 5 seconds have gone by and already they look like they're covered with frosted flakes. So as a result, I have become very self-conscious and I hesitate about shaking other people's hands. I mean, knowing what these look like, I don't want other people to touch them. If they notice, I'll be forever labeled as, ill, that's the guy with really weird feeling hands. If you don't have this problem, don't worry. It's not transferable, so you won't get it if you shake my hand. Darn! But if you do, then you know how easily eczema can spread around your body. Like, it literally just takes one scratch. Just one. Within the eczema community, there is this golden cardinal rule that if you don't want it to get worse, then don't scratch. But unfortunately, from my experience, I break that rule every single time. And some of you may be asking, well, why?
Because it's freaking impossible.
See, the problem is that your skin hates you. And when you get that itchy sensation, your skin starts lying to you, saying stuff like, oh yeah, go ahead, scratching it won't do anything bad. You'll regret nothing. Don't do it. It's a freaking trick. Unfortunately, even if you can somehow resist the urge, if you don't do it, then your hands will. And once you scratch, you are met with this guilty yet satisfying sensation because it feels so good. So you scratch more and more, and it's getting a little bit more intense, so then you start scratching faster, and then even you start using your nails, and you keep doing it over and over and over and over and over and over, but for a brief moment, you regain enough control to restrain yourself. But by then, it is already too late. Frosted flakes. For me, my hands are infected with eczema, and so it is a hassle since I use my hands for a lot of things like making videos. But actually, I think the worst part is when I have to shower. My hands have a bunch of open wounds, they're still irritated, and now I have to run it under some water, and oh yes, to make it even more fun, it's time to use the soap. Cause you know, a shower isn't complete without soap. You gotta have soap. You gotta use the frickin' soap! And then there's dandruff. I had a friend in high school that had this, and I made fun of him like, ha, look, it's snowing. But now I have that problem, so I feel bad. Comparing it to my eczema, it's not nearly as bad, but I do think eczema made the dandruff worse because it puts me in a tough situation. See, science people say that in order to have a healthy scalp, you're not supposed to wash your hair with soap every day. But for me, if I don't wash my hair every day with soap, then it just gets irritated, itchy, and decides to flake anyway. So at this point, I don't really know what I should do about it. It's not a huge problem. It's just annoying because I have to be mindful about wearing dark clothes. Okay, here is the very last one, acne. Acne is like a skin condition where you get a lot of red bumps all over your body because of clogged pores, commonly known as zits. Nasty custard-filled things that taunt you. Technically, you're not supposed to pop them, but you do anyway. Forehead, earlobes, inside the nose, eyelids, hurt as heck. That's why when I was on the soccer team, I hated heading the ball. Sometimes you can feel the zits coming. For me, it's after I eat chocolate. It's like one bite and immediately it's like, oh gosh, yep, I feel it coming. It is not happy. Unfortunately though, other times, many times, you don't feel them coming. It's only after, like, say you come home from your first date in like 20 years and you decide to check yourself in the mirror and then you see this big white head zit thing in the middle of your face and then it finally hits you that is what she was looking at the entire time but didn't say anything, so you thought the date was going really well because you thought she couldn't keep her eyes off you. Yeah, she's not calling you back. This is totally not from personal experience, by the way, if you were wondering. Anyways, I started to develop acne around the middle of high school, and it just got really bad in early years of college. Like, we're talking pepperoni face bad, okay? It was my second year of college, and I noticed that there was this mass growing on the side of my cheek. I thought it was just a really deep zit, but over time it just kept getting bigger and bigger. Soon it was pretty noticeable because one day my loving and caring Korean friend noticed and expressed his deepest concern. 야, 얼굴에 그게 대체 뭐야? 그게 널 진짜 못생기게 만든다는 거라고 했지? 우와, 그러시면 폭발할 것 같아. Thanks, man. Makes me feel real good. Eventually it got to the point that I had to go see a doctor, and he said it was a cyst, which is this sack of grossness that builds up underneath your skin. Wonderful. So they gave me some drugs and other things that I had to put on my face, which basically made it even more dry. So we got eczema, plus dandruff, plus acne, plus already dry face, plus these drugs to put on my already dry face. And what do you get? Really low self-esteem. I mean, thankfully the mass went away after like a month or two, and now I just have a scar mark where it used to be, but no joke guys, those first few weeks were hard. Like, there was no way I could confidently show this face in public, but at least that was until I discovered, and you could judge me all you want, but I discovered the amazing power of makeup. Like, oh my gosh, these smart shades have been like my BFFs when it comes to zits. It's like they magically disappear. So I don't care if you come up to me and go, haha, you use makeup? Makeup is for girls.
Silence! Only real men wear makeup.
So yes, makeup is one of those things that have been really helpful to me with my acne. So now let's transition over to listing some things that I have found to be helpful when my skin is throwing a fit. And just know that these are not just for you, but they're also for me. My mom would know. So the first thing is, these problems can often be a result of stress. So, I don't know, stop being stressed. Go sniff an orange or something. Exercise, stay hydrated. Both can also help relieve stress. Use unscented lotion on dry skin because scented lotion can irritate the skin more. Wash your face, mud mask. Koreans are pretty big on skincare, and I found some interesting things that you can try. So if you have a zit, you could put honey and cinnamon on it, and if that doesn't work, then you can just eat it. There's also this gel made out of snail slime that you're supposed to rub it all over your face. But if you're cheap like me, then I'm pretty sure the garden snails from your backyard should work just fine.
Just kidding, please don't.
And to help clean those pores, I got these nose strips to get rid of blackheads from TJ Toons at VidCon because his K-pop porcelain baby face took pity on me. My face was pretty bad, so he gave me 2. Thanks, TJ. I will put these to good use. If you know of any other remedies, you can put them in the comments below. The weirder, the better. In conclusion, skin problems suck, and I wish I could just shed all the bad stuff and get a brand new skin problem-free one. But life doesn't work that way. I am stuck with this skin for life, and the best thing I can do is to learn to deal with it. So if you have skin problems too, I know it can be tough, but there are things that you can do about it, and it is important to remember that however you look doesn't determine your value as a human being. And that also goes for you perfect skin people too. Don't be some big nerd and make fun of someone who has skin problems, because you never know. You might be joining us. Aside from skin problems, you know what else sucks? No skills and not being able to afford the education to learn some skills. Well, lucky for you, Skillshare is here to help you suck less at an affordable price. Skillshare is an online learning platform with over 25,000 classes that cover topics like art, business, design, and so much more. If you use my special link in the description below, you will get 2 months free of premium access to all their top tier courses who are taught by people who actually know what they're doing. After that, it's about like $10 a month? Ha! I wish my college tuition was like that. Unfortunately though, this deal isn't open forever, so be sure to get on this quick and click the link below to begin your journey to satisfying all your learning desires through premium Skillshare goodness. I know for me, I suck at a lot of things, but with courses like Color Masterclass and Storytelling 101 and Practice, I will not suck. So thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Even bigger thank you to you who is watching. Have fun learning and stay young.